Ivana, is that something that you can take the lead on in terms, because I think Karen should definitely, and in retrospect, we should have invited her to this, but there are things like this, right? I still
Mhm.
see Dave Saraceno as our sales manager. He's no longer at the company.
Oh,
Things like that that we should kind of
I think I should have updated this because I have been the main contact and I've just been focused on the products that this is I can update this.
okay.
yeah, and the nice thing too is when you update it in the supplier center, it goes live the minute you save that information. So there's no lag time on that. The area is your ratings. I noticed that you guys only have 4 ratings. They only stay active for 2 years, so this one will fall off in October, leaving you with 3 ratings. It's important to encourage your customers to rate you guys. And it's also important if they give you a rating, it's important to respond to that rating. Within the Sage Supplier Center, on the dashboard here, if you scroll down to the bottom, we have created a couple of what we call Rate Us Now logos. So you can add those to your email signatures. So whenever you send thank you emails out to your customers, you can say, please click the link below, let us know how we're doing. And they just log in with their Sage credentials and they get your rating page directly. They don't have to go hunt for it. So that's a good way to encourage those ratings, because that's also part of the best match. It's not only what your actual rating is, but it's how many ratings you have. Your general information, you have this filled in pretty good. So you talk about what your less than minimum is, your shipping information, return policy, and then this really isn't necessary because you actually have that on the product data. Artwork, it's pretty straightforward. It's just where you can let distributors know how you accept electronic artwork. Now, whether they read it or not is another story. Your catalog, they do have access to your catalog if you've uploaded that as a PDF, so they can download it if they want to. So many suppliers aren't even doing catalogs anymore, just because of the cost and the time that's involved. And, since the pandemic, nothing is stable anymore. So, and specials, we do have an area where you guys can list specials that you might run, and that could be closeout items. Maybe
Yeah.
you're getting rid of a specific color, which happens a lot, I know, in the apparel industry. This will also help your visibility because when the distributor searches for an item, they can filter it based on specials. And a lot of times that's the first search that they'll do just to see if there is going to be a special to filter that in. And there's no limit. You can have as many as you want. The resources area, this is where you can upload any additional type marketing information that you feel would be beneficial to the distributor. So you have your catalogs in here. You can also upload videos if you have videos. It looks like you have a little area here for them to become one of your distributors. I'm sure that's all the forms you have to have filled out. If you do advertising with us, like if you do any of the electronic ads, you can attach up to 3 sales tools to your ad. So in addition to having the ad, you can have a link to your website, you can have a video attached to it. If there's a special promotion that you're doing, you can upload it here and you can attach it to that as well.
They've seen that in the featured products. And right now the featured products are is
The
that
feature products, no, because those are not considered banner ads. I'm talking about keyword ads, category specific, brand power ads, those kinds of things.
Oh, okay, because for this because we only have the search results featured products at the moment, and they also have 3 links.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can link anything and you can change the links out. If you have multiple, for example, on one of your feature products, you could come in here and put the link directly to your website for that product. And you can link that to that feature product ad.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be to your general website. It can be to like a specific page or specific product. Now this my supplier info, this kind of comes into play whenever you guys do order status information, because this is how the distributors would access their order status. This tab is unique to each individual distributor login. So only that person can see it. So they would come in here and put their account number that they have with Charles River, and that's how they would actually access it. But they can put any other kind of notes, like if they have special pricing with you guys, if they deal with a specific person at your company, they can come in and do that. So let's pull your products up. Okay, so you're talking about the feature product ads. That's what these are that are highlighted in yellow. They show down here at the bottom. I'm just going to click into this one.
This one's new. I did this today, but I have a question about something else I saw.
You've got the wrong category on it.
Okay.
It's not a stuffed animal.
Oh, I know. I don't know.
Maybe you hit it by accident, because sometimes those category fields are real touchy, and maybe you clicked into it by accident.
I think that might have happened when you and I were doing you and I were reviewing Jason. Because that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. Your images look really good, so they can actually click on the image and enlarge it, so they're able to see, you know, the details of everything on the image. If they want to do a virtual sample, you've got all of your images located in here for them, so they can pick which color they want for the virtual sample, which is great. Normally I come in there and I was like, well, you need to add images. I don't have to say that to you guys. With regards to the colors, you want to make sure that if the color is not what is considered a standard color, you want to put a standard color with it. So for example, navy, you want to list it as navy blue. Because if somebody just searches by blue, they're not going to pull your product up.
Okay, I didn't know that. So
Yeah.
Is there a list of standard colors where I can look it up?
Yeah, I can send that over to you.
Okay.
The same thing as like royal, you want to list it as royal blue. And the reason we did that mainly was because of apparel companies, because a lot of times you have really funny names for your colors that doesn't really tell you what color it is. I came across one that was called popcorn.
What
Is
about
that
space dye?
white or yellow, you know, with butter or without? So and as you see, it shows your pricing. You put in your coded pricing, but here the distributor can see the full breakout. So based on your codes, it shows them what their net cost is and their profit is. That way they can decide if they want to take less of a profit or if they can mark it up more if they want to. As I scroll down, it shows your different sizes that you have available, along with the upcharges for the larger sizes. With regards to the keywords, you want to capitalize the first letter of every word.
Okay.
And that doesn't affect the searchability, but it kind of keeps everything consistent. So if they're creating presentations and things like that for their customers, the data is entered in. Plus, honestly, it's easier to read when it's done that way.
Okay, I can, because once you send me the colors, I can just do an audit and just focus on that. The keywords, I can update that.
Yep. And when you do keywords, you have really good keywords here. Distributors, when they do search by keywords, it actually looks at all of the product information, not just the keywords. So if you've got something listed up here in the description, it will still pull it. Keywords you want to think about are like those physical characteristics. What material is it made out of? If you know the weight of the material, it's good to put that in there.
Okay.
What special features, you know, is it long sleeve? Is it short sleeve? Does it have a zipper hood? Drawstrings, those different things is what you would use for keywords.
So for example, even though they're in the product description, it's still good to put it in the keyword?
You don't have to, if they're in the product description, you don't have to put it in keywords. But you want to think about if you're running out of space or need extra things to put in,
Okay,
you can utilize it that way, because your description right now is 500 characters. Your keywords is 200.
okay.
And then it shows, you know, that your product was updated on the 7th. The verification is really important because that tells the distributor when it was updated, and it also shows the distributor that you guys are saying that this information is correct and accurate. And then once you get your inventory in, it will be listed right here, and they'll be able to click on it and get a breakout of the different inventory for colors and sizes. Talking about ads, I'm not in the sales department, but I do want to point out this ad down here at the bottom. If you have a brand power ad, which is, I believe it's $500 a year, your brand power ad will always show on your products. So you will never have a chance of a competitor's ad showing on your products.
And you think it's 500 a year?
Yep, 500 a year.
Okay.
That's always a good ad to have, because then it, like I said, it'll keep a competitor's ad from showing up on your products. Now, what the distributors can actually do with this product. So let's say I'm interested in sending this over to my customer. I can actually click a button down here at the bottom and create a presentation right within the system. And the presentation will pull all the information over for me. Now, earlier this year, we added in some AI technology into our tools. Right here where it says enhance, this is one of our AI technology tools. We can actually expand the paragraph here. We can make it shorter. We can make it sound better. We can translate to Canadian French, or we can translate it to Spanish. I can add in additional images if I want to. Like if my customer is looking between two colors, I can post both colors here. Once it's ready to send over, they have a couple of options. They can send it over to them as a PDF if they want it. They can send it over to them as a link. The link is also interactive. So once their customer receives the link, they can actually put their feedback on here, and the distributor will receive a notification, and they'll be able to respond back. It comes in handy if the distributor is working with like an association that has to work with committees like PPAI. You can see their communication back and forth on certain products. And if maybe they're not liking one product, the distributor can go back and say, okay, let me see if I can find something else and add it in there. They can also the distributor can also post it onto their website if they want to, and make it like a showroom. I think that's really cool, but they can also create purchase orders to send over to you directly as well. Let's see.
Because I wanted to see for the featured products, I saw a product that I discontinued and it's showing inactive on my ads list, but it was showing up top. It was the Gator.
Okay, so let me look in the supplier center.
Oh, I thought maybe that's why it just, the products are just based off of the product number. I thought we were seeing this featured product first.
Oh, no. Only the feature products are highlighted in the yellow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So my mistake, sorry.
Yeah. No, you're fine. It's good to ask a question. This little flame right here, that means it's a popular product, and that's based on the views and activity of the product, and that means it's in the top 10% most viewed products in our database. So is that like a popular product for you guys?
Yes.
Okay, good.
What determines the order in the page?
On this one, it's based on best match.
Okay, gotcha.
But I can resort it. Like if I wanted to sort it by item number, I can do that. I can even sort by different pricings if I want to. I'll show you that too when I show you how they actually search for products. Let's see here. Let's just click into here. Yeah, this one looks really good. Now right now we have 1.2 mil, well, a little over 1.2 million products in our database, and apparel is a fairly large section of that. We have a couple of different ways that distributors can actually search for products. This is like the full screen, so they can really filter down what they're looking for. We have another kind of a shorter version to search, and then we have like a Google type searching for them. So it just depends on what they're comfortable with. I'm old school. I've been here so long. This is the only screen I know. The AI technology we added is the idea generator or idea wizard. So they can come in here and type a little bit about the promotion or the event that they're doing, and it will pull up some ideas for them. That's why it's important to make sure you have your keywords in there. You've got your themes. You've got as much information filled in as possible, because the idea wizard uses that data. So if I wanted to do, I'm going to do polo shirts. Now I could type in more information. I could come in here and say what color I wanted. I could put in price point. If there's a certain quantity I was looking for, I could type that in as well. I'm just going to do the search. Oh, there's a lot of polo shirts. Okay. So it comes up at 5,700 polo shirts. Again, the order that these come up in is based on that best match algorithm. The distributors can come in and resort it. They can also set their default up if they want it sorted a certain way. They could do that as well. If I go back and let's say I'm looking for a certain color, let's say red. It knocks it down quite a bit, but you'll notice that the red color shirts are showing up for most of them. That's why it's important to make sure that you do label your images correctly, because it will pull that color when I search for it.
So not only do I need to make sure it's navy blue on the description, I need to make sure it's navy blue on the image.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then if I'm interested in looking for specials, I can come down here and say, I want to see all specials that might be applied to polo shirts. I have 603 right now. So anything that has a special will have like this little old-fashioned price tag. Let me change my view here so you can see it. Okay. So it'll have this old-fashioned price tag right here. When I click into the product, the specials is listed right here. So I can click on it and it's going to tell me what the special is. Bless you. This particular special is based on freight. If I was really more interested in pricing specials, I could come back here and change it and say, you know, I just want to see pricing specials.
Could you also show me how I can do the pricing specials on our end? Because I don't necessarily
Sure.
think that was ever shown to me.
Yeah. You'll have to do it through the old Supplier Center, the app.
App, yes, okay.
Mhm. So it knocks it down to there's only 7 pricing specials right now. So if I click into this product and go into that special, let's see what it says. Okay, so they're marking it down quite a bit. You have to mention Sage for the special. You do put in the expiration date, and the nice thing about our system is once it does expire, it will automatically go inactive. So you don't have to remember to go back in and remove it. It looks like this one may be a closeout item because it says while supplies last. And if you have a product that comes in a lot of colors, but you're only offering a special on one specific color, because maybe that's when you're closing out, you can put those details underneath the additional information.
Okay.
And like I mentioned, you can list as many specials as you want. There's no limit to that. So to list the specials right now, you still have to log into the old Sage Supplier Center.
Mhm.
And where did it go? It's hiding behind everything. Here it is.
But we don't see it. Just
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to move over. Hold on a second. It's hiding. Here we go. I have too many things opened on my computer. Okay. I'm just going to log in under my test account. So once you click on supplier profile, you have all these tabs across the top. Here's the one that says specials.
okay.
And we try to make it as easy as possible for you. If I hit add new special down here, it gives me like a little screen to fill in. So I can put in, you know, if I want to put fourth quarter blowout, I could do that. Special type, if I select pricing, I'd put in the expiration date. And then let's say, let me just click one here. It's going to pull the regular price in for me. And then I put in the special pricing. Your other option is if you don't want to list the specials yourself, you can send them over to us and we'll list them for you. And a lot of times what the supplier will do is if they do email blasts with their specials, they'll put our email address on there. And then once we get them, we'll go ahead and list them for you.
And I have a question. So for example, at the moment we have a decoration promotion. And all of our products are decorated. So how would I do that?
Okay, so I would list it as other,
Okay.
and then you would tag all products.
So then if they're searching for a special, and
It'll show up on every
every
product.
product, okay.
Yep. And then you just put the details down here. If you have a flyer, you can also upload the flyer.
We have a flyer, yes.
Yep. You can do that as well. Yeah, because you're doing the special for everything. Same thing with freight. Like if you do freight specials, usually that's for all of your products. So then you can attach it to every product. And that'll give your product a little bit more visibility if they're going in and searching by those specials. Did you have any other specific questions or things you wanted to go over?
So we were talking with Jason, so for choosing decoration within the product, you can only choose one from the drop down. Is there like a way to choose multiples?
Oh, the decoration method?
Yes.
You actually, that's a field that can be edited. So you can, what you would do, let's say on this one, like it already has here, but what you would do is when you hit edit, you would just start typing the information in here, and then you would select it when you're finished. So you can actually type in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that. Because for example, some products only have embroidery and heat transfer, but not screen print.
Yeah, you can actually type it in.
Okay.
Yeah. And they actually just fixed that because it was not acting correct earlier. You know, anytime you launch something new, it just doesn't want to work right.
Well, software isn't perfect.
I know.
I'm like, Paul, I'm collapsing here, but I'll make it through. Any advertisement best practice tips that you could share with us
Okay.
in terms of maximizing exposure through the platform?
Yeah, it's when it comes to doing that, you want to make sure you hit all the points that you can with the best match. You know, logging into the supplier center, trying to encourage, I mean, Sage Chat, trying to encourage your customers to rate you guys, making sure all your information is filled in completely and correctly. I don't normally sell the advertising part, but I don't think Joel will mind me talking about it. So I've known Joe for like over 20 years. We worked together at a previous life. So I do recommend doing the brand power ad because
Okay.
that will protect your products. You will always have your ad on your products. I think you're doing great with your feature product ads. We also have the keyword ads that you can do, but normally what I would recommend doing those is um, not necessarily letting them stay up there all year, but maybe doing them seasonally. Like if it's getting towards the time of year where people are buying your hoodies and your jackets, promote your hoodies and your jackets at that time with your keyword ads. So think of it like that. Like in the spring when it's golf season, use it to promote your golf shirts. So that you'll be targeting when they're searching for those specific products instead of just searching in general.
Is that data available at all? No, like keywords, like searches that people do?
I don't know how much they have. Joel probably would be a better person to ask those kind of statistical type questions of, because I know they have a lot more over in sales on that kind of data than I actually have.
Good.
See, when I started out in sales, we didn't have keyword ads.
Because I also noticed, and I know because I had emailed you about that as well. So not everything that was on the app is online, and so for the something like, for example, for the catalogs, like for the fall catalog, I had to log in into the app to upload it within the resources. I couldn't figure out where to upload it online.
Online, you go under profile and catalog.
So even though they're not listed, I can just upload it from there.
You can only upload one PDF. So if you have multiple PDFs, you have to merge them together into one PDF.
So, because if we go back to what we saw on the app,
Yeah,
we have,
you uploaded it in a different place. You uploaded it under here.
yes, because they have the spring, the full one, and the fall, and they're three different Zoom catalogs.
Yes, on the sales tools, we're actually going to change that to say resource center, but I would upload your full catalog here and then any of the supplemental ones underneath the resources. You don't have to upload your full catalog again underneath the resources.
Okay. Because I think I don't know, I think we've uploaded the full catalog, right? Because I know you and I worked on matching the pages and the information that was there.
You're not even going to have to do that anymore.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're kind of going from a catalog update mindset to a product update mindset. So that with the new supplier center, you can actually give different expiration dates for all of your products. It's not going to be you don't have to link it to catalog pages, but you will have the ability to upload the PDF catalogs.
Okay.
We are not going to be getting rid of the app until the online version has all of those features.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have two options. You can either upload them yourself through the app or you can send them to us and we can do it for you.
Because in the past I've uploaded myself, but I know last time there were those pages that were not showing the images, and that's what I think you and I emailed about. So
yeah, that was kind of a crazy thing that happened. I don't know what happened with that.
But for the latest fall release, I built the product online. So those are like, and then I noticed, for example, the decoration. And at this point, I don't remember if I tapped in or not, but I know some of them only have two, and I know that the embroidery, screen print, heat transfer, it pops down as one option with three of them, but there were not any other combinations. So that's now that you said that that's how it works, I can go back and update the ones that need it.
Yeah, just certainly, just type it in, and what will happen is once you type it in, you'll show it. It'll show up down there. You just select it, and then it'll populate it for you.
Okay.
And if you have any trouble with that, just let me know, and we can walk through one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you'll send me the color chart.
Yes, I'll send you the color chart, and I'll send you the link to this recording as well.
Perfect.
Yeah. Did you have any other questions? Hopefully it makes a little bit more sense now when you kind of see it from the distributor's perspective and how they can search and, you know, how they can actually take that information and create presentations and things like that.
Actually, I did have one final question and I was
Sure.
looking through my notes. How do we get, I was able to pull up, see a PO there and match it with a PO in my ERP. I haven't been able to touch base internally to see how we get those orders, but how do we get those orders when they cut a PO from their platform?
When they send over a purchase order, they're actually sent over to you in an email.
Okay,
It's a PDF. And down here, underneath contacts, here's the email addresses that they go to. So if they create it looks like you have the same one.
Like
Some
they
people
go-
have different ones. Some people have one that gets POs, another one that gets the sample and catalog requests. But yeah, they come over as a PDF attachment.
and do they
That's one
come?
of our that's one of our modules too. You can actually download the orders from Sage with the API.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so that would be. Oh, okay.
And
Where
they
does the
come
email
from
come from?
orders.com.
Sage?
Yeah.
The
SageOrders.com.
API gives it in an XML format, basically the order data.
JSON format.
JSON. Okay,
Hmm.
that's interesting.
Yeah. I've got a few suppliers that do that.
Okay,
They
yeah.
download it and they've got it set up to populate their back end system.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I mean, I got one of my guys like working on a translator to go from like API to CSV and then push it up that way. But that's interesting. Okay, good to know.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah.
then for editing the contacts, I can just do that through the app, right?
You can do it either way. It's on both. Yeah, so contact information here. You just have on this page, you have to make sure you hit edit at the bottom.
Yeah, because otherwise it looks like you can't.
Yeah. And then the same thing here, you just hit edit at the top and then you can make your changes. And the minute you save it, it does go live right then. There's not a delay. So if you're like removing somebody because they're no longer with your company, it'll go away right away. The other thing you want to make sure when you do that is you also want to log into sagemember.com
Okay.
and you want to go under account and users. And anyone that has a login ID, you want to make sure that they should have access to log in. Because we had during the pandemic, you know, when companies were having to furlough and lay off people, they would forget to delete someone's access. And we had a couple of suppliers that all their products were deleted.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
that.
And it's not real easy for us to get those back.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that now you can deactivate products, but before you couldn't. And then
Correct.
Yeah.
They would just disappear. Yeah.
Mhm.
We did that for a reason, because if you delete a product, and let's say the distributor has that product saved in a presentation, it just breaks his presentation. If you deactivate it, then his presentation will let him know, hey, this product is no longer available. Then he knows what happened to it.
Yeah, I
And he
like
can
that update a lot.
Yeah. And so he can call you and say, hey, I know this product's not available. Do you have something similar?
'Cause we've
Instead of
had-
it just breaking. Yeah.
just internally we've had like issues where it was decided it was going to be discontinued and I deleted it, but we had inventory which was, you know, we still needed to sell that, so I had to reveal a couple of products.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think I've had a couple of, if it's within 24 hours, if for some reason that happens, it's within 24 hours, call me. I can get it back really easily.
Okay.
Yeah. But as soon as we get rid of the app, we're not going to have that issue anymore, because the only way you can delete a product once the app is gone is if it's been added within 24 hours. Anything over 24 hours, it'll be marked as discontinued. Yeah.
Okay. That's
So hopefully we'll avoid some of those issues.
Very good. All right, well, Carmen, thank you very much. Nice to
Oh,
meet
you're
you.
welcome.
I
Hope you
thought I
feel
was-
better.
I need to go to bed ASAP. Just stay cool. Looks like you're 101 degrees.
Yeah.
Toasty.
Hey, that's a cool front. It was 110 this weekend.
Yes, man. All right. Well, best
Thank
of
you so
luck.
much, Carmen.
You're so welcome. I'll get that information sent over to you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Bye-bye.